Okay, it's Friday, it's the last day of the year, and I just came home, and I wanted to show you actually what I do when I come home on a special day. Well, it's the last day of the year. I'm very thankful for 2021. It was a very nice year for me. I mean, got a new job, got a new house, but maybe more important, got much more closer to my family, my daughters, my mother, and that's very important to me. Well, I wish everybody the best for 2021, and I hope that everybody's going to get a great 2022. So before you actually move to the sacred room, there's one thing that's very important. That's personal hygiene. It means actually that if you don't wash yourself, the spirit will not come. The spirit will not come. So I will show you exactly how to clean yourself energetically. Well, first of all, you take off your rings. This one is the Batu Sulaiman from King Solomon. It gives you wisdom. Very old ring. So this is my ruby. And this is also a very important ring for me, the Batu Bajam. And it increases your spirituality and your feeling for spirituality. So why do you need to wash yourself? You don't want negative energy to get to your keris or the other sacred things. So it is very important that you clean yourself from negative energy, so you don't bring the negative energy to your keris. You also wash your mouth, because in Western society you say sometimes things that are not so sacred and not meant to come to your keris or other sacred things, the besi aji. And I want to show you how to wash yourself. So what I do always, I start with my hands, with all the negative things that I've touched. And I want to get rid of the negativity of that. And I wash my head. And I wash my mouth. For the negative words that I've spoken. My nose. For all negative things that I've smelled. For all the negative things that I've seen. Negative things that I've heard. And as last, of course, my feet. Because I don't want the negativity that hangs on my soles, the ground actually, to get to my keris. This is a very important part. If you do not do it, and I agree, not all keris have energy, and not all keris need actually preparation like this. It's only about the sacred keris, the keris pusaka, the keris that has got an energy. You want to keep the energy clean, and you never actually go into your room, your temple, or how you may call your place, because it could be bad for the energy. Then, out of respect, put your sleeves down again. I always keep my kerises in a closed room, so the energy stays there. Because I don't want to have the risk that actually the energy flows away. Well, to show you, I also got a keris on the wall. It's a very old keris. It is a pusaka, but it don't have a powerful energy, so I can keep it here. No problem at all. You never go inside of the room without warning that you're coming. So out of respect, and you always ring the bell once, just to tell them that you're here. And then you make a low mudra. Okay. Then the first thing before starting, and this is quite important, out of respect, you always greet the sacred place. In Indonesia, your head is also part of your body, so it needs to be covered, just out of respect. So the first thing, incense, very important. It's to clean the room, and then I can show you something about my kris. But first of all, let's start with incense. Candles for the element fire. The symbol of the group, Kejawen Won Jawa International, is actually the Nawasangha. The Nawasangha are the 5 elements. They are very important. Just a moment, please. Okay, let me tell you something about the things that I have over here. I already told you that very important is the Nawasangha. It's also the symbol of this group, and this is the Nawasangha. It is a multi symbol, so it represents a lot of things. Not only the gods, 9 of them, but also the 5 elements. On the right you've got white, on the bottom you've got red, left you've got yellow, and on top you've got black. I made a sajan out of flowers. If you look closely you see the same colors, except for black, because black flowers doesn't exist. So for black I took blue. In the middle you see ether. You see an offering out of banana leaf, rice, and siri, leaf from siri. They represent the Trimurti. And if you watch closely, you can see all the 5 directions. White on the right, red on the bottom, yellow left, and blue on top, with in the middle the Trimurti. That about the Nawasangha. Some kris you never take out of the box. Only one time a year during Tumpek Landep you can get them out of the box. I've got a lot of kris over here. You can see you never take them out. Only one every 210 days according to the Pasaran. Then here was the most important kris for me, the kris that I use. Well, I told you there are 5 elements and they represent all of the 5 elements. Because can you put them close with an energy? No, if they're from the same element. But if they're from a different element, a different wave, different energy, they will not bother each other. So I've got water, fire, earth, air, all the 5 elements. The 5 elements are very important in Japanese culture, because if you look at the Japanese Ganta, you can also see it has 5 spokes. You see? It's actually the same. And you also find it back in the Indonesian Vajra. Also see the 5 elements. Within the center, the lingam. And the lingam is actually a representation of Batara Guru. Well, the kris over here are important kris. The kris for my daughters, for instance. My own kris. These are the kris I use. But the kris, like here, you always keep them closed. And make sure that they are higher than the heads of the people where they are sleeping. So, that's quite important. On the left side, I've got all the holy water from Indonesia. Holy water is actually to purify. So if you want to clean something, you can use this. On the right side, I've got something special, but be careful with this. This is graveyard dust. And it's graveyard dust from the grave of my father. My father will always protect me, but always be careful with things like that, because graveyard dust can ruin your life. You don't know what kind of spirits you are calling. Incense. This is my incense, my oils, again some incense. Incense is very important. I've got a lot of incense over here, because incense actually, it helps you purify your room and make everything clean. Then tea, to welcome the Holy Spirit. Coffee is from the element ether. So just like the Ganta, you can also use actually coffee to call the spirits. A picture of my grandfather, and again the Nawasanga. I can tell you a lot about my keris. They're from all the different elements. Let me show you a picture of the different elements there are. You've got keris from the element water, from the element air, element fire, element earth, and here the holy keris, Raja keris. Okay, this is very shortly what my sacred room looks like and the offerings that I bring. And I wish everybody the best for 2022.